What's going on, guys? James here. Audic Empire is coming up to the last few singles before we compile all of our songs into our next full-length album. So I want to do something different here, something new, and do a deep dive into our tracks that I personally did thus far. I'm going to give you an overview of some of the songwriting, structure, a little bit of the production, and a side-by-side comparison of my demo version versus our final mix and master. So let's dive in. Our first track is going to be Letting Go. To understand the lyrics on this track, you have to know that at the time I was writing this, I was still fairly new to my sobriety, and I had a lot of focus getting used to healthy relationships, building healthy habits. It starts as a revisit to some of those old toxic relationships and old habits, and then kind of moved into frustration about that, accepting that things needed to change.
Feel something's got to give, so I gave all I got to give.
And throughout the song, pretty much ends on a note of optimism and an encouraging outlook onto the future.
Let the ground grow something new. Let me grow into something true.
One way I write songs is I just kind of blurt out over a track, not thinking. I let the words come out, kind of fill in the blanks later. I do that until a melody is built, and then I start picking through the words and just revise over and over again. It's kind of a stream of consciousness, and a lot of times I say things that were kind of under the surface that I didn't really know I was feeling. And once I start putting things together, there's usually something a lot bigger there than I realized. I've heard people say that music is therapy, and for me, it really kind of is, because I think it does tap into a bit of my subconscious. I've noticed metaphors days later in something that I blurted out on a track and thought sounded cool at the time, but that was it, and then went back and actually was like, oh, that actually makes a lot of sense, and I was actually saying something I might have been feeling, but I didn't know I was feeling.
Just looking for something I can live with, a way to live my life.
So for the song structure here, it's pretty basic, 2 verse and a bridge. I started with this guitar line here. And this is just a guitar track that's doubled and panned left and right. I had Travis track up here, and then I took pieces of it and actually reversed them into these samples here. All the keys on here are actually me. I used some patches from Native Instruments using Complete Control, and I got this delay key here. That's just a piano with some echo. Then I did a una quarta bend, and I actually bounced that out because it was giving me some issues. And then once you put all this together, you get this. Once the beat comes in, this is just Drum Machine Designer. This is all native inside Logic. What I probably did was actually use Logic Drummer, bounced it out to MIDI, and then move stuff around as needed. But it's just a pretty simple beat. Looks like all of Travis's guitar, aside from his solo, is I did a panning left and right, pretty standard for what I do, doubling and panning. I had a horn. And then we had Bobby actually go back and redo all of that. You can see he actually did a lot of tracks here, and then we picked and choose what we were going to use. We had, sax, his main line, plus a low octave, a third, a fifth, a seventh, and some optional lead fills. And so I was just able to pick and choose what I wanted.
I am.
And kind of put a lo-fi effect on that. This is something you'll see me do a lot in tracks, is just pull everything out, leave maybe one thing in the mix, like this guitar reverse right here, and then just let the vocals go, and I can accent the last couple of words.
Let them fuel these flames. Oh,
and then when everything comes back in, it sounds a lot more full, and I usually have something else in that mix come in that wasn't in there before. So as you can see, the guitars start playing again when we do come back into that. Got the bridge here.
could it be I would have been here long ago?
We had the bass drop out and a lot of other stuff drop out to kind of give it some more air, some more room to breathe. And this is when Ronnie starts singing his parts.
Just to fall, just to fall, just to wither away.
Another drop out there.
I'm letting it all come on down.
And then I finish out that bridge there.
I'ma let it all burn on out again.
And that's pretty much the gist of the track leading up to that outro there. The outro I do kind of want to show y'all because I think this is a really cool part of the song. It's a big crescendo. I've got Travis doing lead on it. I've got Bobby doing lead on it. I've got a ton of harmonies from Ronnie, and it's all building up until we do a fade out. So here we've got Travis's guitar, and you could see I chopped up a lot of what he did on this. A lot of times I'll just keep his takes as is, but on this one I was kind of having a lot of fun with rearranging things. But here's his solo, or at least a part of it. And then we've got Bobby here with his lead fill here, along with his regular parts that he was doing on the choruses. So you can hear that lead little part a little better. And all the while this is going on, I'm actually having Ronnie do a lot more harmony parts, some vocal lead parts here. So listen to this. And that along with his regular harmonies here. We could put my vocals in there as well.
I am letting go.
And then let's listen to all of that together. Just fades out. So that is my version of Letting Go. It's as far as I could get to a final version. I am not a professional producer. The only songs I ever work on are my own, and the tracks in Audic Empire. So we sent this particular one off to Abhi the Nomad, who did an awesome job on it. I could not be happier with the final product, and that's the version that you've heard on Spotify or iTunes or wherever else you've heard the track if you've already listened to it. So what I'm going to do now is go through the song and on certain parts, do a side-by-side comparison of my version versus Abhi's version, and you can hear the difference. One of the biggest differences you're going to hear, other than just the overall sound of the mix, is going to be that drum beat was completely replaced. All right, so first of all, let's go ahead and listen to that intro again.
Took too long just to find another meaning. Took too long just to make itself a reason. She's the one and she's packing up and leaving, but I just leave it alone. Evidence is.
And then let's listen to Abhi's version.
Took too long just to find another meaning. Took too long just to make itself a reason. She's the one and she's packing up and leaving, but I just leave it alone. Evidence is that it might be treason. Is it?
So moving forward, let's just listen to that drum beat compared to mine. Sounds so good.
Evidence is that it might be treason. Is it wrong or is it just perceiving? Take some time just to wrestle with my demons.
And then mine.
Evidence is that it might be treason. Is it wrong or is it just perceiving? Take some time just to wrestle with my demons. Should probably just leave me alone.
Definitely a different vibe. And let's listen to this chorus.
I am letting go.
And let's go ahead and listen to Abhi's version of that chorus.
I am letting go.
So you can hear a big difference of the overall sound and the quality of that. Just an awesome mix that he did. And let's go ahead and listen to the bridge here. First, we'll start with mine.
Could it be I would have been here long ago? Just afraid of the flame, so I kept my space and laid away. Just to fall, just to fall, just to wither away. I'ma let it all come on down. I'ma let it all burn on down again. Consuming all the walls up around me. Tell nothing but the clouds are surrounding me. Let the ground grow something new. Let me grow into something true. What a trip, wanna give, wanna live for the growth. So I'm letting go.
All right, now let's listen to Abhi's.
Could it be I would have been here long ago? Oh, just afraid of the flames, so I kept my space and laid away. Just to fall, just to fall, just to wither away. I'ma let it all come on down. I'ma let it all burn on down again. Consuming all the walls up around me. Tell nothing but the clouds are surrounding me. Let the ground grow something new. Let me grow into something true. What a trip, wanna give, wanna live for the growth. So I'm letting go.
And you can see when I go back and forth real fast like that, you can really tell a lot of those differences, especially with the vocals. They're just a lot more in your face, and just the whole mix just hits a lot harder on that final version. So that's it. Hopefully you like this video. If you want to see more of these, please let me know down in the comments. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. We love y'all. Peace.